AIIS is different in that it's very particularly geared towards people who are entering a profession that requires a careful study of some subject in India. So it's unique in this way. And because it's unique in this way, it's really vital because there's nothing else that can compare.
I've come as an AIIS fellow to do my dissertation research for a project on partition and visual culture in India and Pakistan in the 1940s and 1950s. What my project is trying to do is to put partition back into the story, and I do that through 3 cross-border case studies.
First of all, it's a great fellowship to have. It gives you total freedom for interesting projects, risky projects.
I went with my AIIS fellowship to Hyderabad, India, and was partnering with 2 different community-based organizations that were women's collectives working sort of broadly on women's empowerment and gender and development issues, and then more specifically on domestic violence, sexual assault, and response to that.
AIIS, I think, does really a superb job of supporting early emerging scholars as well as those who are more well established in their professions. My very first AIIS grant was while I was still a PhD student. I was working on my dissertation, and it is one of the few grants that allows you to spend a substantial amount of time in India and allows you to actually be able to have a lot of contact with local scholars and local institutions, partly because the AIIS has very robust institutional contacts in India.
Wherever I went, I was encountering people who knew AIIS fellows or were AIIS fellows or had some interaction with AIIS in one way or another. And that environment, actually throughout all of my career, has really supported me.
It connects you into a network of scholars both within India and the United States and across those borders that helps you to see the framework of your project within the larger field of South Asian studies, and also just connects you to folks doing different kinds of work.
It's really, I feel, at the heart of what makes Indian studies in the US so interdisciplinary, because we have this body that defies any disciplinary distinction and is entirely focused on this one subject.
I think the interdisciplinary aspect of that is also really awesome because it helps you to see different kinds of works people are doing and the kinds of questions they're asking, how they're going about their work, which helps you ask new questions of your own project.
AIIS prides itself on the kind of service that it offers to scholars, and it's a very warm and friendly and caring kind of service.
AIIS has helped me through so many things from start to finish. It's not easy to navigate these kinds of bureaucracies here, especially if you're unfamiliar with them, whether it's libraries or visa offices or registration offices, and there's always someone in the office here to help.
So it's that kind of logistical support to the intellectual support that they give, right?
AIIS creates a very special community of scholars and students that I haven't found anywhere else with any other kind of fellowship program that's very specific to South Asia.
I think they play a very vital role in keeping alive that intellectual community of South Asian expertise.
It's a social network. It's a place for us to get together and to talk about something, and there is no other opportunity for that.
I think that we need to continue to grow our knowledge of South Asia, and I think one of the reasons that we can do this is because of institutions like AIIS.
So they're just a fantastic, friend for any scholar who's wandering around India.